He's got a little bit more pop, 21 knockouts in his 26 fights. 22 up and 2 down for Peden with 12 knockouts. They're about the same size. They like to fight about the same way. This one should be a legitimate war.
There you see Nate Campbell. There he is. This guy is not playing games. Challenged the elite at 130. Casamayor came up a little short. I had that fight scored a draw.
And a no-nonsense guy, too, Nate Campbell. Comes in here figuring I'm going to go to war for 12 rounds, and I'll do whatever I need to do. Robbie Peden, same kind of guy.
Robbie Peden is all action all the time. Makes great action fights. He came up a little shorter when he challenged the elite. Juan Manuel Marquez, he was stopped. Though, to be fair, he had to drop in weight for that fight. May have been weakened by the weight loss.
He also came up a little shorter when he fought a little shorter. John Brown at 5'2" beat him. The one thing to be careful about with Robbie Peden, does have a propensity to cut. Let's take a look at the unified rules. 10-point must system is in effect. There's no 3 knockdown rule, nor a standing 8 count. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, unlike our last fight where you could be saved by the bell in the 10th round. Either the referee or the doctor can stop the fight. And again, the headbutt rule, we go to the cards after the 4th round. And we are underway. Campbell in the purple trunks, Peden in the black. This should be an action fight.
There's no way for it not to be.
Yeah, seek and destroy from Robbie Peden, and Nate Campbell will meet him there. Very confident Nate Campbell. He says, I am a fighter. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to. You can see on the back of his neck there, on his shoulders, the word fighter tattooed. That's how he wants to fight tonight.
You have announcer tattooed in the back of your picture. See the Galaxy Warrior on the trunks of Nate Campbell, and that is a gym, the Galaxy Gym, where he used to fight. It's no longer around, but he said, I'm going to perpetuate the myth of the Galaxy Gym. Call myself the Galaxy Warrior, spelled with 2 X's.
He's trying to put on the eyes of Robbie Peden. Robbie Peden, though, I saw him in his last fight. He was getting more extension on his punches. You know, so many fighters move in so close that they're not able to throw combinations. Not Robbie. He's getting his punches out in front of him.
But it was Campbell that just threw that combination. Left to the head and right to the body.
Peden is a better combination puncher than Campbell. He'll throw 5 and 6 punches at a time straight down the middle. But Campbell hits with significantly better power in both hands. The hook to the body and the right hand to the head.
Campbell, when we talked to him this morning, wasn't sure how Peden was going to fight him. He said, I'll just wait and see. So far, Peden wants to press the fight. Good right hand.
Huge right hand. Look at the left hand of Robbie Peden down by his waist.
Step back. Break clean, step back.
This is a fight with something real at stake.
Oh, yeah.
Both guys, a win here for either guy propels them to a fight with the elite.
Yeah, these are 2 guys really, you're absolutely right on the cusp.
Certainly indicative of this first round, too. Both of them extremely cautious this first round because they know so much riding on this fight.
Neither one of them wants to have their back on the ropes. You can see Peden trying to get out of there.
Even a bit more defensive than I anticipated he'd be in the first round.
He has missed a few hit punches in this first round. Robbie has. So he's kind of trying to settle down. He's just so fired up. He was angry. He said he was angry about this fight. And Nate Campbell had said some things about him, and he heard some things through the grapevine.
Don't lose your temper. You lose your temper, get angry, you get sleepy with a guy like Nate Campbell.
That's absolutely right. Yep. Lose your temper, you lose the fight. And a long look from the 2 of them, which is all just gamesmanship. What about the scouting report? First of all, backs for Nate Campbell.
Nate Campbell started late, but says he's been in boxing his entire life. He attained a real, at least national status as an amateur in a relatively short period of time. He's obviously athletic. He can move, he can punch. But he doesn't put his punches together particularly well. He could go 2 and 3 at a time, tends not to string a real long combination together. claims that so many guys are avoiding his left hook to the body, he moves him right into that big right hand.
He says all the scars he has, he got from fighting on the streets. How about Robbie Peden?
Peden really does put his punches together well, actually. He's aggressive, although and not as aggressive in that round as we're used to seeing him, but attacks in that kind of Australian Jeff Fennick style. Very good stamina, always in top condition. Hasn't fought in a while, although nowadays no fights in 7 months isn't that rare.
And as we said earlier, the one thing that he has to think about, he has been cut on occasion.
See the focus Peden has right now. His greatest flaw as a pro so far, I would say, has been a lapse in concentration, usually in the middle rounds. You see how focused and dedicated and energetic he is here. Not always the case in the 5th and 6th round. Will tend to get a little bit sloppy.
No wrestling.
Listening to the voice of Max Kellerman, who is with us for the first time. The champ, Sean O'Grady. I'm Barry Tompkins.
Peden giving ground here in this second round. He's moving back. He's trying to shake out. He's still tight. You know, he was so excited about this. There's a big left hook from him. And while he's moving forward, never was a big fan of carrying the hands down like he does, like Robbie does. There's why.
Yeah, exactly. Took a long left hand from Campbell.
And here's what we anticipate going into this fight in microcosm. Peden throwing his hands, carrying the round, landing in combination. Campbell not busy enough, but when forced, landing the much harder shot.
Microcosm? I thought we were in Pachanga.
It's right near microcosm.
Oh, okay.
Not far.
No, let him go. Let him go. Step back.
Let him go. That's a good idea.
Every fight we've seen Robbie Peden in has been virtually a replay of the other.
Yeah, he picks it up where he leaves it off, and he leaves it, makes a statement.
Sharp right hand.
You know, he is giving more ground than I've ever seen him give. Still early in this fight. Remember, championship fights usually begin about the 3rd and 4th round. These old veteran pros like these two are take a few rounds to shake out the cobwebs. See what your opponent's going to do. Set up your battle plan.
Robbie Peden has been working against much bigger guys. He was working against guys up to 160 pounds, a guy named Sam Solomon. Counter right hand, good one.
Right. You know, the danger of working with bigger opponents in the gym is that you slow down in the ring, but you saw a lot of speed there from Robbie. And from Campbell. Look at that combination from him. Campbell still not closing the gap. I'd like to see him move in a little bit closer to throw those punches. Throw the upper half of his body with every shot.
These guys seem really evenly matched to me, Max. This seems like the sort of fight that it's just going to be a question of who's right on this night.
I expect it to get more explosive as this fight moves on.
Every fight's that way.
Coming down to the end of round number 2.